to 1105 Art Appreciation Part 3. So I'm back in the beginning again. My apologies. I put in a couple links. I realized this might be helpful to the first page. So if you look over here, this is, make sure you've dropped this down. Welcome, that's where we are now. Then the course intro videos start here and syllabus. So down here I put a link to the course intro videos, which is where you are now. Something went strange. Okay. So, I think you have to click on here. You have to mark review here. Then go over to course intro videos. And then it's going to be this information right here. Then go to start here and do the statement of professionalism. Mark that as reviewed. So I made a slight change because I think it makes a little more sense. And then you'll get to the start here module. Okay, and it'll take you through all the things we just discussed, and then you're going to get to the learning modules. I didn't click. See, this is what happens. You have to make sure you mark it as review. Then you have that little blue circle with a check mark. It says reviewed. Now I can go to learning modules and get in here, okay? And then it's going to walk you through these different pages of information. And I'll have a few more of these here. This isn't completely done. And what FIG definitions are, and the extra credit. This is not correct. I need to really change this because I changed around a few things. The course that I copied, I'm trying something different this semester from another colleague, and so their course they gave me was a 15-week course, so you'll see some week 15 things. We're an 8-week course, okay? So I'm still cleaning up a couple things today and this week, so you might see some things change slightly, but hopefully it will make sense. Just email me if there's anything that seems strange. Okay, so let's go back to the syllabus and go over, we went over the book. That's what it should look like, the course outcomes, the attendance policy. You really do have to show up for this class, and I know that seems strange because it's online and you don't physically go to a certain place, but you do need to be here on a regular basis, okay? And again, disability, Kathy Hoppy, I don't know if this is current. I think that's the current one, yeah. So it used to be Mary, and just get me paperwork from DRC if you have a disability, you need an extension on the midterm or final. Class conduct and etiquette. Now, this is going to also be in another place. This is basic. This is kind of a basic one, and there's going to be a longer one. I'm going to open another window over here. Another etiquette longer page. So you're going to review this. Okay. So this is going to talk about not giving out your password. I have had students where they're off traveling or something and they shared a laptop, didn't sign out, and then took the midterm for the one and so on. That's really cheating. I know it's accidental, but it's a big deal. So make sure that you have your own password. Make sure you're fully logged out, okay, when you're done doing your work. So when you're emailing and communicating or phone calling, you're gonna treat the instructor, which is me, with respect. Absolutely respectful emails. I won't really answer anything else, so keep that in mind. And you might get really frustrated with me, but I'm gonna ask you to refrain from doing all caps, which is down here. It's interpreted as yelling, and no smiley faces or you. It's not texting. So we are online, and it is convenient, and it is something where I can type on my phone and email to you kind of quickly, and occasionally we'll do that later in the course. But for the most part, you want to keep things formal, okay? I don't mean formal as in every single thing is formatted perfectly correctly, but you should address me as Professor Young, or Penelope is fine. I don't mind that you call me by my first name. That doesn't bother me. Use clear and concise language. I get emails sometimes say I'm confused. Well, that's not helping me at all. I'm just going to say, please refer to the assignment and the line or the the question number of the test that you're confused about. So some students throw up their hands and get frustrated, and I really won't tolerate that, okay? You need to look carefully and slowly through the material and ask a question with the subject heading in the email stating what the question is, okay? And then you need to ask me more detail, give me more details so I can answer you. Okay? So if you're really being obnoxious, I'm not going to answer your email, and it's going to get CC'd to the dean or assistant dean or the dean of student life. Okay? So just make sure that you're keeping things collegial. If we're going back and forth one day, like say some website goes down, and then it might be more like 1 or 2 words or short answers. And it should say when you get the email from me that it came from my phone. Now remember, all email has to be through CNM, no Gmail, no other emails. Okay, so that's a lot of information on that. Just keep that in mind. Now we're going to go back to the syllabus. There's also grade challenges. So if you are wishing to discuss a grade, again, you're staying polite. So there's a whole long thing on how to do grade challenges. This is very short, but you have a week from the time that I graded it. Not when it was due, but for the time I graded it, because it might be a week before I grade it if it's a long essay, okay? So you're going to email me and say, I would like to review this grade. I got a 0, and I know I submitted work or what have you. Before you do that, though, really look through your grades and make sure the work really actually is there, okay? Some students will be like, oh no, I know I did it, and there's nothing there. And in one class, I think I took it out of here, but I was taking points off for making me chase work that isn't there. But I will take that in consideration if you are that person to keep making me look for work that doesn't exist. If when we get to the end of the term, if you're wishing to have a grade rounded up, that's not going to happen. Okay? Make sure you're being honest with me that it really did get submitted. You can't email me any work. It all has to go through Blackboard, and it has to be on time. So down here, there's a couple rules below the grading. We'll get into this in just a minute. So make sure you're getting the reading prior to the assignment. Keep yourself updated on the due dates. Now it's going to be Mondays, except for the final is on Sunday, because that's when the class ends. So I gave you the maximum amount of time. So I don't want to hear any excuses. You have the maximum amount of time in an 8-week course, okay? If you have questions, don't email me at the due date at 11 p.m. I will not be online. Make sure you're emailing me earlier in the day. And remember what my hours are. They're at the top of the syllabus. I won't scroll up there right now. Okay, so more on grade challenges. Again, Netiquette is down here. Grade challenges are going to be in the learning modules. How to succeed in this course. And then down here, it'll be grade challenges. Okay, we'll go to that. And don't just respond in the comment area. That won't come to me as an email. It'll come as a group once a week sort of statement, because I'll get 30 of them. Do you know what I'm saying? I get all of you at once. I don't get an email. So you need to email me about your grade, but you cannot email me the work unless I ask. All the work is time-stamped in here, so I can see when you were in the course and what you did. So please keep that in mind. What else? I think that's it on that. Blackboard Wi-Fi issues, not an excuse not to do the work. But I will say with grading, sometimes it's hard to show you that grading window without exposing other students. So just trust me that sometimes it lags out and it doesn't always work perfectly. Okay, so make sure you're looking at your grades. And then let me know if something looks odd. Okay.